Hello! We've got a new old school RuneScape update, the Bounty Hunter tweaks and goblins. So let's start off with Bounty Hunter. With the release of Bounty Hunter, a huge number of old school players have made their way to the wilderness. This week's update seems a number of tweaks to the Bounty Hunter system, as well as some additional rewards to spend your bounties on. So we're starting off with the target kill timer. After killing your target, you will now receive a 3-minute timer before being assigned another. This change has been made to give people an opportunity to pick up their loot and banked before being faced with someone new to hunt. This should make the timing of receiving a target a bit more convenient. You no longer have to worry about having your target jump to you while you're looting. You can restock and be ready to give them a real run for their money. Next is interrupting combat. They made a few changes to the way that interrupting combat works in Bounty Hunter. Players can now attack their targets even if their target is already in combat with a monster or another player. You cannot be attacked by rogues if you are attacking your target. These changes will help you fight the person you want to be fighting without fear of your combat being repeatedly interrupted. It will also make sure that people PKing in Bounty Hunter worlds are able to attack their target at all times. Next is the emblem downgrades. The emblem upgrade system is one that players have been loving since the release of Bounty Hunter. The achievement of getting tier 10 is one that is difficult to match and something they would like to preserve. In order to ensure that only the best bounty hunters are making up to the higher tiers, emblems will now downgrade as they are dropped on death. For example, if you kill a player with a tier 7 emblem in their inventory, you'll find a tier 6 emblem in their loot pile, not the tier 7 that they lost. This change still allows you to be rewarded based on what your opponent is holding, but make sure that emblems are not endlessly being upgraded, even if players holding them die. Getting to tier 10 is an impressive feat, and it should be one that is exclusive to skilled bounty hunters as possible. Next is the Rune Pouch reward. The Rune Pouch is now available for purchase from the Bounty Hunter reward shop for 1,200,000 bounties. This item will allow you to store up to 16,000 of 3 types of runes, cutting down the impact on your inventory spaces when using magic. You can use the runes from within the pouch, so there's no need to take them out in order to cast your spells. But they don't come cheap and they're always lost on death, so make sure you use yours wisely. And as a side note, the rune pouch is not tradable. Next reward is the clue box. You can now purchase a clue box from the Bounty Hunter reward shop. This will set you back 100,000 bounties. The clue box will protect any clue scroll you have when you die in the wilderness, guaranteeing that you keep it. As long as you have the clue box in your inventory, your clue scroll will be safe. So, no more you'll need to fear the pesky PKs on your deep wilderness clue scrolls. Your clue is safe and sound as long as you have a clue box. Next is emblem trader sculling. Getting a skull is something simple that can end up causing quite a bit of frustration in the wilderness. Players without skulls will often attack other, unsuspecting players just to get a skull, accidentally hitting their vengeance and wasting their food. In order to get past this simple annoyance, they've now added an option to the emblem trader to get a skull. This means you can be ready to fight before you even enter the wilderness. No more running around trying to find someone your level to hit. Next is the climbing boots. Climbing boots are a small addition to the store made with this update. Instead of buying them one at a time through Tenzing for 12 GP each, you can now buy them for 5,400 bounties from the emblem trader. So the other updates we've got today. First of all, there's the goblin invasion. General Danuk. After yet another failed attempt to overthrow Falador, the goblins are now pulling out all the stops. General Danuk, high up among the goblin forces, is now heading the charge on Falador himself in one last attempt to take out the guards and white knights. Grab your RPG and make your way to Falador to help fight off the pesky goblins and their general. Those of you that have fought for the goblin force for the past few weeks will find that you've been booted out and you're not trusted after your repeated failures. You can now choose to join the opposing force and defend Falador, or watch from the sidelines as the white knights try to eliminate your little green friends. And in other news, Darikyek, Karalandia, Anakal and Gorak, the ancient teleports in the wilderness, their teleport tabs are now right-click break. The emblem trader now always appears on top of other players. The magic shortbow scroll examine now refers to a magic shortbow. They've added various kingdom management messages to the game filter. The Bounty Hunter killstreak overlay toggle setting is now remembered over logout, and more PvP kill taunts have been added and shall appear as normal when you successfully kill another player. So next week they'll be bringing out some of the first updates from Content Poll 25. If you want to see what's in Content Poll 25, click here for my poll video. If you want to discuss this update, please go on the forums, and make sure you catch up with Old School Developer Q&A 5 PM British time on the twitch.tv/RuneScape channel tonight. If you want to keep up to date with all the Old School team, follow them on Twitter. That's at JagXAsh, at JagXJohnC, at JagXMattK, at JagXReach, at JagXRonan, and JagXWeth. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share. And if you want to keep up to date with Old School RuneScape updates, devlogs, and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.